Never try to build a connection with a woman ever. The best connections you're going to have are the connections that are just natural. And the thing is, you can actually make them occur naturally. The way a woman gets attached is totally different than what you've been taught. In your mind, as a man, you think, okay, well, I need to find something in common. It's like the same thing you do with your buddies. With your buddies, you're like, oh, you like Porsches? I like Porsches too. Oh, you like to go out to do this and this. Oh, you like to go to the gym? Oh, I like to do that too. And then you find those things in common, and you're like, oh, we get along. That is not how women work. You can put a man in front of them that has everything in common with them, but they are going to find that man unattractive. They are going to be turned off by that man because it has nothing to do with things in common. It has nothing to do with, oh, you're from Italy, I'm also from Italy, or oh, you can speak Russian, I can also speak Russian. It's none of that. What it is one thing. It comes down to one simple thing. If you understand how to master this one simple thing, you're going to be able to build a connection with any woman. And it's totally different than everything you've ever been taught. You see, what I'm teaching you right now is unlearning all the crap that you've been taught. Find something in common, establish your goals and dreams and see if you guys align on those things. All those things are crap. You need to unlearn all these things, unlearn them, get them out of your head because none of them matter. These things are not going to help you build a connection. What is going to help you build a connection is one thing and one thing only. And you need to get her to this place. And if you don't get her to this place, she will never feel that connection. And the place that you need to get her to is pursuit. She needs to chase you. How do you do this? How do you get a girl to chase you? Well, guess what? The connection is built only off of that. So if you can't get her to chase you, you can't build a connection. The connection is built off of her pursuing you, off of her chasing you. And this is how it goes. Here's what you want to do. Let's say you sit down on a date with a new girl. A lot of guys are going to do what I just said. Find something in common. They're going to try to get along in a certain way, and they're going to try to be nice, and they're going to do all these things, and they're going to try to make her laugh, and they're going to try. The key word here is try. Try to build a connection. Try to make her laugh. Try to establish some sort of common ground. This is what you want to do to build connection. Do not try. Any amount of you trying kills attraction and kills connection. Stop trying. I want you to sit down and I want you to be like, wow, look how green the trees are. Look how beautiful the sky looks. The weather is so nice. I want you to focus on your pasta. I want you to focus on your pasta. And now she's pursuing because now she goes, every other man I've ever sat down on a date with cared so much, asked me all these questions. He constantly tried to form some sort of common ground and make me feel comfortable and make me laugh. And this guy just doesn't give a shit. Why does he care more about his pasta than he cares about asking me questions or that he cares about me? And now she's pursuing you. Now she's chasing you. Now she needs to prove herself to you. Now she's trying to continue the conversation. Now she's trying to get things rolling. And let's say she's not trying. Let's say you're not that attractive of a guy and she doesn't really care. She's still gonna go home thinking about why did this one guy not give a shit to form some sort of connection with me? You will always be that dude that tried less than everybody else. And this is why it's attractive because it indicates that you are more valuable than all the other men she's ever been with. Remember, the only kind of guy that doesn't try with a woman that's beautiful and a woman that is, out of this world is a guy that already has women that are out of this world. So when you show her that you don't care, I'm not telling you to be a bum. I'm not telling you to be boring. I'm telling you, pay attention, be present, and focus on simple things. Stop trying to build deep, meaningful conversation. Just focus on the simple things. This is going to turn her on. Every other guy tried to form that deep conversation. You don't care. And she goes, well, if he doesn't care, he must always go out with tens. He must always have girls as pretty as me sitting in front of him on dates. He just is. He's just a man. Like he constantly pulls other women. And this is the only thing, if you guys watch my other videos, you understand that this is the only thing that women are attracted to. They're not attracted to looks, money, and status. They're attracted to what those things indicate. If you have looks, she knows you can attract women. If you have money, she knows you can attract women. If you have status, she knows you can attract women. If you don't care on the date and you don't care to form some sort of connection and you don't care to try, she knows you already attract women. Women measure your value based on how many options you have. She's going to pursue you if you position yourself as the man with more options than every other man in her roster. Now she's chasing you and now there's a connection. The connection is she's going to reach out to you. She's going to want to text you. She's going to want to start a conversation. She's going to want to go on a date. And everything now is up to her to pursue. And now she feels like this tension where it's like, why doesn't he care? But I want to see him. But he doesn't care and he doesn't call me a lot, but I want to see him. And that's the connection you need. That is the connection. When women talk about connection, they're not talking about, oh, you want to go to Italy? I also want to go to Italy. No, they want that pursuit because now they feel like they're winning. They feel like there's a prize. And every time they spend a day with you, it's like, I did it. I got him to spend a day with me. And every time you pick up the phone, it's like, oh my God, I'm so happy that he picked up the phone. It's like, that's the connection. And it's now she values the time you guys spend together, which is what the connection is that every time she calls you, she values every single minute. Every time you guys hang out, she values every single minute. That's it. Why? Because you are a man that has other options. So you choosing her makes her feel like she's been given a gift. And this is the connection, that gift of your time, your attention. It's scarce. She's getting it. This is everything. That's it. There's no connection through anything else. It's just you satisfying the fact that you are her best option by showing her that you can attract more women than everybody else. And you do this by not caring. Any amount of you trying, remember, just makes you seem like you're not enough. A man who has everything would never try to prove to her that, oh, I'm going to have this job and this career and I want to do this. I want to. No, if you had everything and you were the man, you would never ever try to prove yourself. You would never ever try to connect with her or give her all these stats about yourself because you wouldn't have to because you are the man. That's the way you got to approach the date. That's it. If you don't do that, then she looks at you and she goes, "Oh, he's desperate. Oh, look how hard he's trying. Oh, he must never get laid. Oh, this must be a once in a year type of thing for him to sit down on a date with a girl." And this is the most important part. Another reason why trying to connect kills attraction and kills your ability to actually connect with her is because when you try to connect, you turn her brain on. When you talk about all these things, work, career, what school do you go to? What do you want to do in the future? Her brain starts to work. She starts to think about the future. She starts to stress. Women are stressed about the future. They're anxious about the future. They don't know where they're going. You don't want her to think about any of this. You want to be her escape. You want to be the guy that when she's with, she doesn't think about anything. She thinks about the pasta the same way you're thinking about the pasta. That's why all these guys that think and get intellectual and get super deep, they're a turnoff because they make life serious. And now they're not the woman's escape. Now they're just pulling her back into the real world. Like their escape, this is why women watch all these TV shows and they constantly sit in bed watching Netflix is because they want that escape. They want to escape from the real world. They don't want to be anxious. They're loyal to their emotions. Remember, they want to feel good. And you pulling her back into that consciousness of this is the world and what do you want to do and where do you want to go and what do you do for work and all these logical questions you ask make her turn on again. They turn her brain on. She thinks, she stresses, and now she doesn't get that emotional spike from you. She gets nothing. What she gets is thoughts. Just her mind starts to race again. Oh my God, I'm stressed about job. Blah, blah, blah. And now she doesn't enjoy the conversation. And now she sees how hard you're trying. And now she doesn't enjoy the conversation. Her emotions aren't spiked. And she sees how hard you're trying. And she sees how desperate you are. And now there's no connection. You want to build a connection. Stop trying to build a connection.